So I want people to be honest with me right now if I am being a Karen or if this employer did say something a little bit inappropriate, right? So I've just went to a fitness test interview where I had to do running, agility, strength, all that kind of stuff, right? Medical, all that, right? And I done all the other ones, right? Some people, some of the men and some of the women didn't pass that, but they're still allowed to continue to do the next stage. So as I'm there, the guy asks everyone, has anyone trained for this running thing? And a few people were honest and said yes, a few people said no. And then he says to me, have you practiced? And I said, yeah, I've been practicing. I've been on the treadmill, been doing it perfectly fine. And he goes, this is exactly what he done and said. Did you turn the treadmill on? And I'm kind of stood there like, I don't know how to reply back to that, right? I don't know how to reply. Like, this is my body right now, okay? I'll lift that up as well because I want a baggy top, right? So I'm kind of thinking, do I look massive? Do I look huge? Like, I know I'm not like a slim person. I know I'm not in shape. Yeah, but I didn't know kind of how to respond to that. So then he quickly then says straight away, I'm just joking. And I was kind of like, well, I don't really get the joke. Like, maybe I'm a bit slow and maybe I'm being a fucking snowflake. I don't fucking get it. So I'm kind of stood there thinking, this is a very male kind of based role, right? Hence why there's a lot of men who are there. But not all the men passed. I passed what they didn't pass. They were still allowed to take part. So I was kind of like, why didn't he say that to them? But why is he okay to say it to me? And again, maybe I'm just overthinking it. But I kind of felt awkward then because, like I said, some of these people, like the men and the women, were a lot bigger than me and they struggled to do a lot of the things. Hence why they didn't pass. So again, I was like, I've done much better than them. I've gotten further than them. Why am I the only one who's getting this comment? Like, I absolutely baffled my life. I was kind of like, maybe I'm being a Karen. I don't know. But I suffer with BD. That's the problem. Very bad. Anyone who does know me knows that unfortunately sometimes I go through phases I don't eat. I go through phases where I be sick. That's one of my problems. So now that he said this, my head has gone down and I feel like I'm going to go into a spiral because I'm now sitting there thinking I am huge. Like, I started doing the running and that's all that was going through my head was him being like, she's too fat, she's too fat. And I'm like, I got further than a lot of the people. They had to drop out. I got a lot further than them. But I was like, oh no, my knee. I had to pretend I had a bad knee because my head just completely went. And I drove home crying because I thought I battled over my BD. But clearly I haven't because now all that's going through my mind is I want to be sick because I'm stressed over what he has said. But again, I'm probably just being a Karen. But at the same time, I don't want to just brush something off. Like, I don't know. But he said to me, you didn't pass this time. Don't worry. You can come back. And I was like, don't worry. I'm not coming back. Sorry.